Okay, this video is just going to be a short one for divine femmes, divine masculines, karmics, anybody. I'm going to call it Acceptance Made Easy. And what I keep getting the image of in my mind is mostly from divine masculines. I'm feeling kind of that collective pull of like fear of rejection. And this is something that I know that both femmes and masculines deal with. I might do a separate videos on more specifics, because rejection for the feminine and rejection for the masculine, they can often, they have little details that make differences, but we all experience a fear of rejection, and we all worry about, what if I am too authentic? What if I say too much or don't say enough? Or what if they're not on the same level that I'm on? Or what if they don't really want what I want? I don't know. We do. It's funny because I can both feel and sense in myself where I was feeling like really big fears of rejection even just a month ago or a month before that, and simultaneously at this moment right now I don't have that fear anymore. And so it's funny, there's some resistance, there's a bit of a struggle in trying to even list it, but I assure you, as an example, there was, in fact, with my DM, when we had our big tower moment in separation, there were some times that I felt like, both instinctually and intuitively, that he needed some assistance or just some community, some check-in, because of the situation that he was in. And it was such a situation that it was hard to even tell if it was a bad situation, if it wasn't a bad situation. He was in Dark Night of Soul stuff, and so was I. And my fear was, like, if I don't do it, there's a big potential that harm could come both to my DM and to our family, our children. Mostly emotionally, but that physically also. And my concern, though, was, like, in the past, I have not helped. I have stayed out of the way, because I feared that rejection. I feared that, well, I'm going to help too much, or I'm going to say too much, I'm going to do too much. And I was not being authentic in that. I was afraid that one mistake too many would end everything. And it was ironic because what I felt called to do ended up being more about me learning to see myself as worthy of making mistakes, to see myself as worthy of being accepted even after mistakes, and to also recognize, like, what's the worst that could happen. I mean, and I know that a lot of y'all right now are looking at that very similarly. I mean, we've got the big Q going on, and I know I can feel in the collective energy that most folks know that things are going to be fine, but there is still that, like, what if Walking Dead sort of thing going on. And it really does, it's almost like having a heart attack. It really makes you think about life and what is valuable, and, like, who would be on your zombie team, like. But then you think about the people that you'd like on it, and that really triggers our self-worth issues, especially once you've worked on mother-father wound stuff and inner child healing and calling and allowing in soul pieces and stuff like that. What you get left with after that is just working more and more on self-worth stuff. And so when you get to a point to where you would really like to say something, whether it's acknowledging and owning mistakes made, whether it's just being just joyfully sharing the craziness of some adventure that you've been on, a story that you just can't make up, or if it's proposing, or if it's uh, having hard conversations with karmics, if it's reapproaching family, or telling somebody that you really would like them to consider how they care for their children. Which I know I've had a few times where, like I needed somebody to say something to me about how I cared for my kids. And years ago, I used to be a really bad yeller, and I was very strict. And I've had other folks too that, like, I tried to be that person that was there for their kids because I saw that they were not conscious about how they were mistreating and not accepting their kids, and I had to find a way to be authentic and say stuff about that. And in the moments that I wasn't, there was way more rejection than in the moments if I'd said something. And that's really part of the ease of it, is recognizing it really is that easy, that saying something is always going to get you more acceptance than fearing rejection and not saying anything. Although it all starts with, well, it doesn't all start with, a lot of you are going to get here after you've already learned this lesson, and this will be an affirmation, but it starts with just telling yourself it is that easy. It's that easy. It's as easy as you are already forgiven in the future, especially in reference to if you're thinking to reapproach or approach for the first time your divine masculine or divine feminine or family members or new job situations. Like with anybody from the past, like especially anybody that you've had a strong connection with, clearly you've already made some really big mistakes. Like the worst things that can be done have probably already been done. Now it's just a matter of feeling that self-worth, that you've already been forgiven for most things. Why wouldn't this count too? Especially if your intention has changed. If your intention has changed from, I'm not getting my needs met and so I need them to do something and I'm going to do this to get them to do it, into, I care about them and I want to see them succeed and I want to help them grow where it is appropriate, and I want to get out of the way the rest of the time. Like, those are two very different attitudes. And with the first intention, you are going to get rejection because you are rejecting them. And with the second one, you're going to get acceptance because you are accepting them. And that's what I mean. It is that easy. When you accept yourself and you accept them, they accept you and they accept themselves. And when you reject yourself and you reject others, they reject you and themselves. Because we are both all the same and separate at the same time. Anyways, these videos are perfectly imperfect, so please, anyone, let me know if this has not been specific enough or if it's been too much of a rabbit trail, and I'm happy to do new videos and stuff. But for right now, simply know acceptance made easy is only a matter of asking the universe to show you how easy and fun it can be to feel accepted for your whole self. All of you. Vulnerable, angry, mad, happy, sad, aware, unaware, all of it. And then the universe will show you. Okay, y'all. Till next video, be grateful today.